Okay, good. Erev Tov, everyone. Good evening. רפואה שלמה, אליאנה, בת שושה. בעזרת השם, now we gathered here in Chanukat Bayit. When a Jew moves to a new house, it's a good custom to make Chanukat Bayit to get rid of all the negative in a house. If a Goy live here, Korean, Chinese, they put their idol here, all the bad things they do, gets it out. Or if a Jew live here and Chaz v'Shalom made sins, it's affect the place, get it out. And also to start with the right hand. Start good, fresh. It's good, bring mazal. Sometimes we saw, I tell you a story that happened actually a few blocks away from here. Few blocks away. This is amazing. There was a husband and wife married for a few years, cannot have children. I asked them, did you make Chanukat Habayit? They said, no. I didn't know they have to make Chanukat Habayit. They rent an apartment. I say, make a shiur, bring your friends, we'll make shiur, we'll do Chanukat Habayit. Be'ezrat Hashem, Hashem will help. We made it. 3 months later, they come to my lecture at Bet Gabriel. She's in the 3rd month. After many years, they couldn't have kids. Mamash miracle. So, ishtabach shemo. It could be the power of Chanukat. We don't know if it's for sure 100% from this, but probably yes. Because after a few years, nothing happened. Okay, so if you didn't do, you do. There's always an excuse for me to come give a lecture. Bring people closer to Hashem. That's even more important than Chanukat Habayit. And people come, another Jew start keeping mitzvot. That's already worth it. Every Jew is like the whole world. So we'll speak half an hour, maybe with Zrat Hashem, and then you can eat, you read, whatever you have to do. And if you have questions, you ask me now. One of the most important things, when a man married a woman, he has to make sure that he has a place to live. In the old days, they used to do kiddushin, chuppah, and they don't move in yet. The husband go away. They don't touch each other. They have chuppah. He goes away. He comes back after a few months with some money that he made, and they build a house. How many months it took to build a house? 3 months, 6 months, finished. You come, you build a house. Not like today you need 30 years to work. Why today 30 years and then 3 months? Because people didn't have big eyes. Like today, chandelier, marble, made in Italy, bring, imports. Nobody cared about this thing. You need a place to build. So they bring people, they bring pieces of wood, they build it together, they close it, paint a little bit, put maybe rug, finished. 1-2 days they work, they build. Not like today, so many things, that, insurance, maintenance. Didn't have all this headache. There was no electric. You didn't need electric. You didn't need plumbing. You didn't need framing. You didn't need all these things. Life was very easy. How people eat? They have a sheep. They have a few chickens. They give eggs, sheep, cow. That's how it life. Cucumbers, tomato, bread they make at home. They have a donkey. The donkey grind the wheat. They make right away, like the tabun pita. That's how it was. Life was and everyone was happy. And almost nobody got divorced. Today people have and have and have. No one is happy. Everyone's like this, depressed all the time, rich, poor, everyone depressed. After the lecture, a huge line. The rich, the poor, the sick, the healthy, everyone upset with something. The millionaire upset, the 100 million went down to 99 million, so he cannot sleep at night. The other one, he has $20 in his bank account, is worried now, tomorrow. Everyone is upset about something. So what's the key to be happy in life? When a person is connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, has emunah, nothing bothers him. The more emunah he has, the less he suffers. The less emunah he has, the more he suffers. That's the rule. Doesn't matter, you can be very religious, you have very long beard, but you don't have emunah. Some people don't have emunah. How do you know if a person has emunah? Some people think the longer the beard is, the more emunah he is. Or the bigger the hat is, the more emunah he has. No, not true. Sometimes you find a person, he looks half not religious bichlal. Look almost like a goy, and have very strong emunah. He trusts Hashem, he doesn't steal, doesn't cheat, doesn't fight for money. He knows everything from Hashem, he's relaxed, he goes to the business late, he learns Torah after the tefillah, he's not in a rush. And sometimes you see a person looks very religious, 5 o'clock already, worry, business, stay until 8 o'clock. He's worried all the time. He doesn't have emunah. Also, when someone steals, Can someone that steal money in business can say that he has emunah in Hashem? Why you steal? If you know Hashem runs the world, anyway what you steal doesn't stay by you. It doesn't stay by you. So what's the point of stealing? You take something is not yours, it's not going to stay by you. And there is few other problems. Today, people have problem with parnasa. What are the problems? Why there's so many problems with parnasa? One, they don't keep Shabbat. Shabbat is the source of the blessing. Shabbat mekor habracha. A person keeps Shabbat 100% the way it should be, then automatically he has special blessing in everything he does. If he doesn't keep Shabbat, he can make millions, but there's no blessing in the money. I know a person doesn't keep so much Shabbat, keeps a little bit, but not 100%. He is making $100,000 a month rent from a building that he has. And he borrow money from me. I don't have 1% of his income. All the time he calls me, you have $5,000 for me? I'm stuck, you have $2,000 for me. He makes $100,000 a month without working. That's besides his job, but he builds stores and this. So he makes about $150,000 business a month. At the end of every 2-3 months, can you arrange for me $10,000? Can you make few phone calls for me? Why? No blessing in the money. All the money he makes is gone. One time he bought a car, $36,000. He put it in the driveway. His wife said, did you make insurance? He said, tomorrow morning. It's already 5 o'clock. I don't have time now. He get up in the morning. It's gone from the driveway. One day. Now I'll tell you something that happened in Israel. One Hasid bought a brand new car. Now you know a brand new car in Israel is like buying a house. In America, you come, you write a check, you buy a car. In Israel, a car is like a house. You have to decide, you want to buy a house or you want to buy a car. Very expensive. So one guy bought a car. And he comes, he put the car on Friday. Shabbat morning, he gets up to go to shul, the car disappeared. He's very upset, all Shabbat. I just got the car yesterday. I didn't even drive 1 mile. Already they stole it. Upset all day. Now he comes back from shul a few hours later. He sees the car is back. How can it be? In the morning there was no car. Now the car is back. I can never see such a thing in my life. Then he comes at night. He runs quickly after Avdalah. He runs to the car. He goes, he sees a note. The guy writes, the thief, you should know I stole your car, but the tape you have inside speaking about you should not steal, I got scared. I put the car back. This rabbi saved you. He writes a note. He puts on the wheel. Thanks to this rabbi, because when he turned the car, the tape was on. Well, they should know you steal, whatever is not. True story happens, it's in the books, this story. They wrote it down. Why? The thief got the point. When he was driving, he said, well, what am I stealing? He puts it back. So Shabbat ruins the blessing. One more problem, ta'arat mishpacha. If a person married, his wife don't go to the mikveh, it's a very, 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 very big sin. Worse than murder. Did you know that or no? If a person murder, his punishment is less than this. Why? Because it's chas v'shalom, like it's with a person with his wife is like with his own mother. That's how big is the sin. If you come to a person and say, here, $1 million, you go and be with your mother. Say, you're crazy? Get out of here. I don't want to see your face ever again. You're telling me such a thing? Okay, I give you $5 million. What do? You kill him. Get out of here. Don't ever call me again. Are you crazy? But he goes with his wife without mikveh is worse sin. Where does it say it in the Torah? Where does it say in the Torah? The Torah say, you should not be with your mother, you should not be with your sister, you should not be with this, you should not be with that, you should not be with that. All of a sudden he say, and a woman that is impure, don't even come near her, that maybe you make a sin. Everything else, you should not make a sin. Over here, don't come near your own wife. Maybe by mistake you make a sin. So if the Torah made an extra word to make a big warning, that means it's a bigger sin. What's the punishment for this? How many Jews know that? Nobody knows. If they knew, they'll never do it. What's the Torah say? The Torah says that someone who does this sin, him and his wife, and nobody can say it's my husband's fault or it's my wife's fault, she didn't want, he didn't want. No excuses can be accepted. If somebody does this sin, one day, chas v'shalom, they die, they come in front of Hashem, they do not go to heaven, they cannot go. Even the very nice people, they gave a lot of tzedakah, they did all kinds of nice things. Nichreta nefesh ha'il. This is Hashem takes the soul, cut it out of the olam haba. No, chas v'shalom, olam haba, chas v'shalom.
Forever?
Forever, for eternity. He loses his share to the world to come. ונכרתה הנפש הזאת. ונכרתה. Hashem cuts that soul. Unless if the person made tshuva before he died. If he changed this before he died, if he correct that sin, then Hashem is willing to forgive him. If he stopped making it, and the wife start to go, and all that, everything according to the Torah, then one day Hashem forgive them. But let me explain to you something. If a person knows that he's not supposed to do it, and he continue to do it, thinking one day I'm going to make tshuva. When we be old, my wife and I, anyway, it's not going to be like now, we are 20, 25, you know, things are new now, we just got married. When we'll be 55, 60, believe me, we'll make tshuva. First, you don't know if you get there. That's number one. Number two, let's say you made it. Let's see if you made it. You cannot make tshuva for that without getting suffering. Every sin that the Torah said, there are 36 sins in the Torah that the Torah say, karet, v'nichreta nefesh ha'i. Like Shabbat, Avodah Zarah, eating chametz in Pesach, going into Bet HaMikdash when a person not supposed to go impure inside, or nida, Isur Nida, and all kinds of other serious crimes in the Torah. When a person makes tshuva, when a person becomes tzaddik, he cannot clean the sin before he gets suffering. Problems, sickness, losing money, back problem, marriage problem, children problem, aggravation, depression. There's a lot of suffering. So why to get rid? Why to enjoy now 5 minutes and then to suffer 50 years? For what? It's not a good investment. Now, why Hashem made this mitzvah? That a woman is not always available to her husband. Why Hashem made this mitzvah? Because if the nature of a person, if every day you eat steak, every day you eat the same steak, you cannot look at that. That's it, no matter how good it is. Every day you eat ice cream, after 1 week you cannot look at that. Every day you do the same thing, after a week you get used, you cannot take it anymore. So Hashem say, listen, you want to be married forever? You want to have good marriage? You want to have blessing in your marriage? You want to have blessing in your marriage? You do it on and off. On and off, it will stay forever. On all the time, 6 months, it's over. Problem. Why the food is not good? It's the same every day, I make the same. No, it's not good now. It's not the food. He's tired of her already. 1 year like this, no on and off. Why the food is like this? Why it's not hot? Why you didn't cover it? Why it's in the microwave? All kinds of excuses. 2 months ago, I didn't care. Why the toys are on the floor? Why the kids not sleeping? This is all excuses. None of these things he cares about. What's the problem? He got bored. He got bored, she got bored. So Hashem say, listen, I made the world. I know, thank you. Hashem said, I know, I made the world. I know what's good, what's not good. That's why this mitzvah is very important. But this mitzvah doesn't have mazal. You know what it means, doesn't have mazal? Some mitzvot has good luck. For instance, mezuzah. Mezuzah, almost every Jew in the world has mezuzah. Even Jews that do not believe in Hashem, chas v'shalom, somehow put mezuzah. Sometimes I go to places, Manhattan, the people don't know, they ask him about Hashem, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure, this, all the house mezuzot. Or Brit Milah, it's mitzvah with mazal. A person come, he scream, we don't believe in the Torah, we don't believe in Hashem, don't talk Hashem here, don't say Be'ezrat Hashem. 1 week later he has a boy, he invite all his friends, Rabbi, Brit Milah. How can it be? You take a baby, imagine you take a baby now in China, you cut his ear. They say, what do? You come in America, you say, Obama, you have a baby, bring the baby, you take scissor, you cut his ear. What happened to you? 30 years, you go to prison. You take a baby, you cut, nobody say anything. So why you cut a piece from the baby? He said, well, this is our belief. Who say you have to do it? Oh, the Torah is a book that was given thousands of years ago, and nobody makes a beep. And this mitzvah, you see, when the wife see it, she faints. Some wives don't go to the brit. They sit in the back. No, I can't see. I cannot hear the baby crying. But somehow, even the not religious women, they make this brit milah. Even in Russia, some people, they walked in the snow 3 days. The mohel, I once gave a ride to a Russian mohel. He was telling me in Russia how he used to go, and they put it in a basement. Quietly, they do brit milah. This is people who are eating pork, eating chazir, but not giving up brit milah. So this brit milah, it's mitzvah with mazal. Brit milah. But some mitzvot don't have mazal, such as taharat mishpacha. This mitzvah taharat mishpacha, some wife don't go. The husband don't let them go. Everyone with their different reasons. Sometimes the husband doesn't want her to go. Sometimes she doesn't want to go. Sometimes both of them are foolish. They don't want to do it because they don't understand what they do. That's what happened today. Most of the Jews make sins because they don't know what Hashem said. If they only knew what Hashem said, they'll never do it. They'll never do. If a person knows every time he eat not kosher meal, how much money he saved? $3? He bought a piece of steak. He paid $7 instead of 10. Right? He go to Costco, steak, $7. Kosher, $10. So he thinks, okay, now me steak, my wife, it's $6. My children, I save $15. Wow, very good, you see? I'm smart, the religious people stupid. If he knew that now he saved $15 and he lost $15 million, he would enjoy the steak? He enjoy the steak or no? He comes in front of Hashem, he see the price he has to pay for eating non-kosher, he kill himself. So what a fool I am, what did I gain? I guess. And also over here in this world, it made him foolish. Not foolish that he doesn't know math, or he doesn't know how to read, or he doesn't know business. No, he's very smart with this. Foolish, he doesn't know the difference between good and bad. A tzaddik come to his house, a rasha come to his house, please come, see. Why? He doesn't see the difference. He see the tzaddik, oh, it's too much for me. He see the rasha, he respects him, he brings him. Why? Because he eats not kosher. Now I want to tell you a secret. We have seminars. Every few months we make a seminar. Usually the seminar is 3 days, 2 nights. So the people come Friday noon. Now you tell them, okay, come to the first lecture. Friday night, first lecture, they don't want to come already. They just arrive to the hotel. They sit in the lobby, they play with the computer. Come in, there's a lecture. Nah, I came to relax. He doesn't want to come in. If he goes in, he makes problems. Every 2 minutes, comes in, comes out, telephone. Doesn't care, Shabbat, elevator, no problem. And then if he hears the rabbi say something, he gets angry. What? This? No, nothing. The next day, Shabbat, is not so bad already. Even if he didn't come inside, he sits in the lobby, all day play with his computer, he goes out, he goes in, goes to the room, come back. Maybe 5 minutes he heard here and there, that's it. Next day is not so bad. Saturday night and Sunday morning, he become a rabbi. He dance with the rabbi, kiss the rabbi's beard, putting tzitzit. What happened? He didn't come. If he comes all day, he listens to the words of Torah, I understand. The Torah prove everything. But I'm saying he didn't come in. He's playing with his baby in the lobby all day. Walking around, coming in, coming out, going to a car, comes back 2 hours later. What happened? One thing happened. He started to eat kosher for 2 days. Up to now, he eat everything he buys, whatever, no problem. The blood in his system, it's all filthy, not pure. Tameh, blood, dam tameh. Why? Because he eats not kosher. It's like putting the wrong gasoline in your Mercedes. It doesn't drive. You put alcohol, whiskey, you put in it doesn't drive. It's very expensive whiskey, but it doesn't drive. You need the right gas. So what happened? He eats not kosher. The blood goes into his brain, goes into the body, but it's not good blood because he eats not kosher. He eats worms, he eats chazir, he eats everything he see. 2 days in a seminar, all the blood changed in the body. Already you start to think different. Why? Everything changed. You understand what's happening here? There are many, many examples. Many examples. We should know one thing. Many Jews say, the rabbi said that if you tzaddik, you have good life. If you rasha, if you're wicked, you have bad life. Where? Where do we see? We ever saw somebody religious have good life, someone is not religious has bad life? We don't see. Some religious people have good life. Some religious people don't have good life. Some not religious people have good life. Some not religious people have bad life. We don't see that all the religious people have great life and all the not religious people suffer. We don't see. Sometimes it looks the other way around, no? Sometimes a religious person come to his brother that is not religious, lend me money, I'm broke. So what do we see? So what's happening? The answer is, let me ask you a question. When Hashem put us here in this world, why He put us here? To eat? To eat Chinese? To drink? If He wants us to eat and drink, He make us a monkey. Don't need to be people. People talk, learn. No, you want to enjoy food, dog also enjoy food. Why you need to be a person? You want to have baby, dogs also have baby. Better, they have much easy. They don't suffer so much. They give birth right away. They don't scream like the women in the hospital, get out of here. Ah. No, they don't have all this. 9 months walking like this. Few days, pregnancy. 5 days later, the baby double his weight. That's it, the dog. The chimpanzee born, 2 minutes later he jump on the trees. The deer born, 2 minutes later he begins to run. He goes to the grass and eat. No, none of the suffering we have. Doesn't have to work, to buy a house, to cook the food, to clean, to cook, oil, that, to clean, to wash dishes, 30 years for mortgage, health insurance, surgery, nothing. Better to be a bird, fly all over the world for free. Beautiful life. So why to be a person? So why Hashem put us here? In a place of a test. This is a test for the soul. If you be tzaddik or rasha. So if Hashem put us here in a test, and everyone who is Shomer Shabbat will be a millionaire, and everyone who drives on Shabbat, boom, he dies right away. He lights a cigarette, he dies. And his friend lights a cigarette, he dies. Who's going to be rasha? Who's going to not keep Shabbat? Even the Arabs will keep Shabbat. Muhammad, where are you? Shh! Don't move, Fatma. Shabbat start. Why you don't move? You saw what happened to the Jew. The Jew, he touched something by mistake, he died. I don't want to move. Shabbat over, we'll move. Everyone will be. If everyone will give tzedakah, 2 minutes later, double his money. He gave $1,000 to the rabbi. 5 minutes later, somebody came, gave him $2,000. He gave another 1,000, 2 more 1,000 come. He say, you know what? It's very good business. Now he take the 4,000, he give 8,000 came. He puts the 8, 16,000 came. The whole world stand on line by the rabbi. Rabbi, take my money. No, I have too much. Enough. No, take. No, the people kill each other. Move. There's not going to be any test. So what Hashem does, you give $1,000, you come out of the shul, motor vehicle, tow your car. Hey, what are you doing? I'm sorry, no standing. So you think, where is Hashem? Where is the justice? You say, someone who gives tzedakah make good money, no? I came out, $300 damage. But the Torah say, I'm not a liar. I promise, I keep my word. I'm not in a Congress on the Israeli Knesset. One politician, he died. He comes in front of Hashem. Hashem say to him, listen, we have a big problem. So many people like you, they vote for you for the Knesset. I cannot send you to Gehenom. I don't know what to do with you. It's a problem. So I'll tell you what. I'll show you Gehenom. I'll show you Gan Eden, heaven, hell and heaven. You tell me which place you like more. So I say, okay, Hashem, fair deal. So they take him to Gehenom. He see Bukharian singer play, all the dancer like this, everyone drink l'chaim, whiskey, dancing, happy, delicious food. He said, this is hell? Ooh, life cannot be better. So okay, show me heaven. He comes to the heaven, he see the Bukharian rabbi with the Gemara, like this, learning. So this is for me, I'm allergic. Send me back quickly over there to the party. So you sure? Okay, sign here. Say, yeah, take me over there to the party. Sign here, sign. He signed, then they open the door. You see everyone is burned, crying like this, walking like this, skinny. So that's not the party. Where is it? What happened to the dancing, to the music? He said, this was before the election. Now it's after the election. That's what you get. Politician, you know. So, you know, if everybody will get right away what Hashem promised, for good and for bad, no one would be Rasha. You know, one Arab and one Jew, they were neighbors in Israel. So the Arab and the Jew are fighting. They have a goose. You know goose, the bird? And they think that Jews say, this goose belongs to me. The Arabs say, no, it belongs to me. Say, no, it's mine. The one is say, no, it's mine. So it say, no, they're fighting like this. So it says like this, listen, let's make a deal. You bend down, and I run and kick you like this, and then I bend down and you kick me. One who kicks harder gets the goose. So the Jew say, okay, I'm starting because it's my idea. So the Arab is going like this. The Jew run. He gave him a kick. The Arabs fly in the air like this. You kill me. He said, okay, now you bend down, let me kick you. So the Jews say, take the goose. No problem, take it. $10 goose. No problem, I buy another one. You understand the idea here? If the punishment comes right away, then everyone will be tzaddik. Now, if a person was tzaddik because he's afraid to die, if he dies on Shabbat, what reward he deserves from Hashem? He comes in front of Hashem, he says, Hashem, I was Shomer Shabbat. Hashem said, no, not true. So what do you mean? I never drove, I never smoked. I didn't turn the light, I didn't turn the television on. I said, of course, you don't want to die. What do you want from me? You saw everyone who smoked dies. That's why Hashem didn't make the world like this. Everyone dies right away. Nobody, everyone will be tzaddik. But why do you deserve to get reward? Because you love yourself? No. The test is that when you see you doing it 10 years and you still didn't get what Hashem say, but you're not giving up. And Hashem say for the women to dress modest, all your friends dress not modest, and you're the only one who dress modest. And all the friends laugh at you. What's wrong with you? You're only 20, 25. You dress like a grandmother. Come, we'll take you. You dress some nice, open. And you think, wow, all my friends is like this, and none of them gets any problems. I might as well be like them. But they forgot that the Torah said that in the end, everyone gets what they deserve. Nobody runs away from Hashem. No one. Even the Arabs believe in it. You ask any Arab murderer, he will not let his wife go naked on the street. Now 1 inch of his body, she's going to show they'll kill her in a village. The Arabs, the ones who put bombs and kill babies, these Hamas murderers, they don't let their wife walk like our wives go on the street. We should cry from embarrassment. Cry from embarrassment. If Muhammad and Mustafa, the murderers from the Hezbollah, they don't let their wife walk like this, what, they better than us? How can it be? We have the Torah, we the children of Hashem, and we be worse than them? Why is it? Because we don't learn. We learn. We're never going to do it. One person come to me and say, I ask him, tell me, you let your wife go on the beach? Dressed like this with bathing suit? He say, yeah, everyone like this. I say, you crazy? It doesn't bother you what all the people walk and think about your wife, the mother of your children? He said, no, I tell you the truth. Since everyone is like this, everyone is used to it. I'm not thinking about it. I said, what happens if tomorrow your wife make you a birthday party, and in the middle of front of 300 guests, she brings the cake like this with a candle, with bikini, in a living room. Surprise, my dear husband. He said, I kick her from the window right away to the street and give her a get. I say, you fool. What's the difference? Yesterday she came like this in front of everyone, 1 million men on the street, you don't care. Now she came in front of 30 or 100 people in the house, you want to kill her? What's the difference? People don't think. They don't use their head. That's what happened. Then you came to the wife, you say to the wife, why don't you go to the mikveh? So she begin to make excuses. Smells, it's not clean. You know, I go to the pool, to the gym, it's beautiful. I go here, it's small. It's not so, you know. First of all, let me tell you, the mikveh is 1,000,000 times better than the Hilton pool. Why? The Hilton pool, all the babies do what they do over there. Then all the people put oil on their body, with all the dirt that they didn't take a shower for a week, and then they go into the water and everything goes in. It's become a Chinese soup. I almost say Bukharian by mistake. Chinese soup. Chinese soup, and she goes inside, Chinese soup, no problem. All the bathroom of the kids, all the other things inside, no problem. Now the mikveh, they clean every day, they make sure it's no germs, nothing. Everyone must take a shower before they go in. Women brush their hair, clean their nails, clean their ears. No dirt go inside ever. No, dirty. So why into the pool with all the bathroom of all the kids? It doesn't bother her. But to go to the mikveh, she makes excuses. Why? To go into the pool, there's no problem. The Satan doesn't care. Go as much as you want. But when she want to go into the mikveh, the Yetzer Hara, the Satan, the evil inclination say, no, it's primitive, it's dirty. She doesn't want her to go, the Satan. Satan wants her to go to be not modest, not pure. So he makes her go to the pool, to the beach, and chas v'shalom, in the end, I don't have to tell you what happened. Be'ezrat Hashem, you have over here CDs I brought, DVDs. It answers all the questions you have. How do you know Hashem gave us the Torah in Mount Sinai? Maybe the rabbi made up a story. How do you know the Gemara is also from Hashem? Maybe the rabbi has made up the Gemara. How do you know everything the religious people do today? That's what Moshe Rabbeinu did. Maybe we made a lot of new laws. Maybe the religious people like to suffer. Every day they sit and think, it's too easy life. Why don't we make a new law that we should not do this, we should not eat this, we should not do this, we should not do... Every day somebody adds something new, no? Until you cannot move. Maybe that's the way. So this is the answer, that everything you think you're right, you are wrong. And everything we do today, that's what they did then. And everything we do, we have a proof from the Torah that Hashem say in Har Sinai, in Mount Sinai. And we are the only religion that we know 100% is from Hashem. Everything else is nonsense. Why? Because millions of Jews heard Moshe and Hashem speaking. No other religion, anybody heard anyone speaks to Hashem. One day Muhammad came and brought a book full of mistakes. And nobody saw Muhammad get a book from Hashem or from the angel. One day Mary came and claimed that God came to her in a dream. Nobody saw her. Nobody saw her dream. She made up a story, because after, if she wouldn't make the story, they'll kill her. So she had all the reasons in the world to lie. And now all of a sudden 1.5 billion believe this nonsense. Nobody ever saw Buddha that he saw the light. He made a story, he thinks he saw the light. Now you have 700 million Buddhists in the world. Why? One person 2,400 years ago, he came, he said, I saw the light. No, fine, you saw the light? 700 million people, they try to see this light. And the Jews, the only nation that heard Hashem, they got the Torah in front of everyone. Everybody saw Hashem say the first 2 commandments. I am the God that took you out of Egypt. You should not have any other God but me. And what did the Jews did? They started to cry. They said to Moshe, it's too much. We cannot hear this. Go upstairs, go up to the mountain, speak to Hashem. Whatever He tells us, we'll do. We're afraid. Moshe said, why are you afraid? Hashem didn't come to hurt you. He only wants to test you. You're going to keep His mitzvot or not. No matter what, the nation of Israel refused to continue to hear Hashem. It was too scary. The floor was shaking, the noise of shofar, smoke, fire. They got very scared. They said, that's okay, we don't need. Whatever you tell us, we do, we promise. And everybody became religious right away. Why? Everyone's stupid? How millions of people decide, today we become religious? We keep Shabbat, we slaughter the animal, we honest in a business, we learn Torah, we write Torah. How everyone became religious? If you go to 3 million people and you want to make them religious overnight, how many would agree? 3. The other one would throw eggs at you. Get out of here. Too much, we heard. No? No? Right or wrong? Who gets more money? A singer who come to dance with the naked singers, or a holy rabbi who come to give a beautiful words of Torah? The singer gets in Israel 140,000 shekel to sing in Yom HaAtzmaut 40 minutes. In Israel, 140,000 shekel, that's a salary of a worker for 3 years. A worker in Israel who goes to work kill himself, a bus driver, all day in traffic, Arabs blow his bus, always worry, this, like this, in the heat, no air condition, 3 years. Driving a bus, make 50,000 shekel a year. If he's lucky. Most of them don't even make 25,000 shekel a year. But in the end, after 3 years of sweating and killing himself from 5 in the morning until 8 at night, he made 140,000 shekel. One singer come, earring here, tattoo all over his face, sing 40 minutes with his voice like a frog, right? And all of a sudden, the mayor of the city writes him a check, 140,000. Come the chief rabbi to the rabbi, how much your cab was? How much your cab was? 70 shekel. Oh, Rabbi, can you give us a discount? We'll give you 35. Next month you call us, maybe we have another 35 shekel for us. Why it's like this? The Satan say to the singer, give $1 million, no problem. Burn your money. To the Torah, it's not easy. Rabbi come from the yeshiva, I say, I have yeshiva, they learn Torah. Woof, Rabbi, let them go to work. Why I have to pay for it? Then they come and say, well, Rabbi, there's a big Hanukkah party. We want to buy Chinese, donuts. We want to bring music. Right away, $7,000 check. Why? That's no problem. It's not mitzvah. Mitzvah for Torah, it's very difficult to do. You understand? The more hard it is, the harder it gets, the bigger mitzvah it is. The easy it is, some women say, okay, I'm going to be modest, but I cannot cover my hair. Okay, I wear skirt, no problem. But I cannot cover the hair, it's too much for me. This is the test for her. What's hard is the test. One time I had a woman, she said, I'm going to cover my hair, but I cannot wear skirt. I said, how can you cover your hair and walk with jeans, pants? Looks funny. She said, hey, that pants I'm not giving up. It's too comfortable. I don't care to put a hat, cover my hair, no problem. But the pants, I don't change. I opened the Zohar, I show her what the Zohar say, what happened to the ladies that are not modest. She said, okay, I got the point. Baruch Hashem, today she's a secretary of a big rabbi in Brooklyn. Baruch Hashem, she got the point. What's the point? When she didn't see what the Zohar has to say, no. One religious guy work in an office in Israel, and there's a woman there not religious, she sits in front of him in the office. And of course, she's not getting dressed. She come every day to work, she forgets to get dressed. So all day he's trying to put his eyes down, he cannot pick his eyes up. It's very difficult, 8 hours, 9 hours in a room like this. So one time he told her, do you mind maybe put a jacket or come dress more modest? It's a place of work, people come, you're not the only person in the room. She said, it's not my problem, it's your problem. You don't want, you quit, don't work here. You don't tell me how to dress, it's a free country. No matter how much she begged there, she doesn't want to dress. He comes to the rabbi, what am I going to do? I have parnasa, wife, children, I'm going to lose my job because of her? What does Hashem want? The rabbi said to him, tomorrow, before you go to work, wear clothes that you don't like, and go to the gas station, take the gas, put all over your clothes, like this, put gasoline on you, and go to the office. When you walk in, she's going to say, what's going on? You say, that's my new perfume. She said, you crazy? So from now on, every day I come like this. It's a free country. After 1 hour, she said, I got the point. Go change clothes, I promise you, tomorrow I'm going to be a rebbitzin. The next day she came like a Pakistani, all the way up to here. Why? She doesn't want this perfume that he has. Why people understand only in a hard way? Why not to go by the book? So this movie, Bezrat Hashem, first he proves that Hashem created the world. Then that he gave us the Torah. 3, that he chose the Jewish people from all the nations. 4, that also Torah shebe'al peh, the oral Torah, it's also from Hashem. 5, that we have life after life. When we die, the soul come out of the body, we don't die, only the body die. The soul go up to Hashem, back. Sometimes to heaven, sometimes to hell, depend who you are. In the end, you cannot run from what you do. One more thing I prove, that when a person dies, he has a trial. Hashem show him all the sins he made, all his life. And also, I answer why righteous people sometimes suffer, why wicked people enjoy. What does it mean, Gilgulim, reincarnation? The soul go from one body to another a few times. I also prove how the free choice work. Animals don't have choice. They live with instinct. They see fire, they run. They see water, they jump. They're hungry, they attack. You get them angry, they always attack. They don't have a free choice, but a person can use his head. He knows when to attack, when not to attack, when to say, when not to say, when to do, when not to do, to give, to steal. This is 100% what he chooses to do. That's why people go to jail and animals don't go to jail. That's why we have court for people, but we don't have court for animals. No lion is a murderer because he killed a zebra. But if a person kills another person, he goes to jail or he gets killed. Why? Because everybody understands. If you hold yourself, you don't kill. If a person cheat, he's guilty. If a person steal, he's guilty. If an animal steal, he's not guilty. If the mouse come and steal from your dough, you take him to court? The judge say, you're crazy, what do you want from him? But if a person come, it's already as a thief. It's a different story. So nobody get away with what he does. The Torah said there's an eye who watch over you, and there's an ear who listens to you, and everything you do is recorded in a book of God. Why Hashem recording it? What, he's bored? He doesn't have what to do? Why he records every word you say? That when a person dies, he sees everything on the screen. Everything. Everything he did. Everything he did from A to Z, Hashem showed him. Not only that, Hashem showed you, if you would do the right thing, who you would become. Show you that you should have been a big rabbi, with big yeshiva, many students, they all learn from your Torah, you're a holy man, everyone love you, you do so many mitzvot, and now because you didn't want to be tzaddik, he showed you what a criminal you became, what you do, how much people hate you, how many people are happy that you died. So he showed you, you see, if you be tzaddik, this is what you would do. And if you became like this is what's your end. And a person suffers very much when he see what came out of him. And if he's rich, he suffers 10 times more. If he's poor, yeah, at least I didn't leave money here. If he's rich, he had millions of dollars in his bank account, he died, he didn't enjoy his money. So it kills him. I didn't live enough to enjoy the money. I'm only 70, I thought I'm going to be another 20 years, retire, I go play golf, I buy myself a nice car, go to a vacation. I didn't enjoy life. All the people who died are full of regrets. Reshaim meleim charatot, full of regrets. But when a person dies, it's not enough. That's it, it's too late. You can regret, you can cry, you can ask Hashem, give me another chance. It's too late. As long as you live, you can change. So let's finish with few things. And then if you have questions, you ask me the question. First thing, you watch this film, Bezrat Hashem. You see, Hashem made the world. He puts us here in a test. He gave us the Torah. Torah in Hebrew means instructions. We have afterlife. We better do the right thing that in the end we don't lose. There is a reason why sometimes it looks like there's no justice, because it's a part of the test. But make no mistake, it's 100% justice. Whatever Hashem say, that's what's going to be. Now, every other question you have, remember, you're not here for the first time. Some of the things that happen to us now, it's from sins we made 500 years ago in a different body. Person can suffer now. Maybe 7 years ago he was a murderer when he was in a different body. And Hashem brought him here to suffer 67 years for what he used to kill people. But he doesn't know. So he said, why am I suffering? I'm religious. I go to shul every day. Of course, 7 years ago you were killing people. So now you have hard life. I'm sorry, I didn't know Hashem. You're right, I deserve a lot more. Give me, finish with me the bill. Let me pay. I don't want to go again to come back. I want to finish and go to heaven. People think that what they see, that's the truth. No. There's a lot more in it. So remember, Bezrat Hashem, just because you don't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. We have radio waves here. We cannot see them, we cannot touch them, we cannot hear them, we cannot taste them, we cannot smell them. But they're here. You turn the television on, someone from California is speaking live. How he came into the box? It came from the air, but you cannot prove it. But everybody knows, there's radio waves. Everybody knows. Why? You go on a plane, the plane lands in Israel. How do you know? Plane go with radar. All these things you cannot prove, but everybody know 100%. You don't see Hashem. What does it mean? That Hashem is not here? There's many things you don't see, but you know 100% they hear. So why people say, I don't see Hashem, I don't believe in Him. Why? Because it's easy to get out. Like this, I can do whatever I want. Everything else is no problem. What do you care to say radio waves? You don't have to do anything. But when you say Hashem is here, you have to keep Shabbat. You don't want to keep Shabbat, so you begin to say, I don't believe in Hashem. Prove to me, I'm not sure. Of course he believes, he just doesn't want to keep Shabbat. Then he begins to say, you know, Rabbi, I believe in the Torah, but why the Gemara? Maybe the rabbis made it up. How do I know? This is all excuses. The biggest Jews in the history, the Rambam, the Ramchal, the Ari, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, Rabbi Akiva, Moshe Rabbeinu. What do you think? They all were stupid? We know a lot and they don't know anything? Rambam was the biggest doctor in the history. He was keeping Shabbat, putting tefillin, learning Torah, doing everything. He was stupid? All of us in a million years, we won't get to 1% of the Rambam. How smart he was. There's a statue of him in Washington as one of the greatest people ever lived. Rambam was a big scientist, astronomer, cardiologist, mathematician, rabbi, everything. And he kept Shabbat. He put tefillin and his wife went to the mikveh. And his son went to yeshiva. What, he's stupid? The Rambam didn't know, he knew medicine. He was the doctor of the king of Egypt. And he was putting tefillin in front of the king on his head while he was taking care of him. So why do you think that we know better than them? Everybody else, check in history until 200 years ago. How many Jews in the world were not religious? How many? You couldn't find. Everywhere you go. You go in Bukhara, Uzbekistan, Iran, Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Morocco, Tunis. Everyone religious. 200 years ago. By the Ashkenazim, 220 years ago, it started to slowly to become like Goyim. But up to then, you go Germany, Poland, everyone was religious. All of a sudden, started to go to colleges, to become like the Goyim. In 100 years, almost all the Jews became Goyim, and Hashem brought the Nazis and killed almost everyone. Because they left the Shabbat and left the Torah. But by the Arab countries, everyone was religious. No Hitler, no Holocaust. But in two places, the Jews also became like Goyim. Where? Greece and Tunisia, the Italians, the Tripoli, Libya and Tunisia, the Iraqi and the Italians and the French already came there and they made it like Europe, and many of the Jews started to become like them. 60,000 here, 70,000 there got killed. Sephardic Jews. But in Syria, nobody. Egypt, nobody. Iran, no one. Iraq, why? All the Jews kept Shabbat 100%. You didn't find all these years what we have today. Today you go to some countries, even now in Yemen, you know Yemen, Yemenite Jew? Did you ever know that in Yemen, until this day, not one time in a history, one Yemenite Jew ever was Mechalel Shabbat? From 2,600 years ago until today, in the land of Yemen, not even one time. There was one Jew even that was Mechalel Shabbat. Never. Not one. Even now, today, you don't have one. You know why? They didn't have internet, no television, no parties, no music, none of this nonsense. Museum, college. In Yemen, everyone primitive. You want bread? You make bread like 2,000 years ago. You want to go to the market? You go with the donkey. There's nothing. No television, no cars, no nothing. No computer. You know, when we buy a trog for Sukkot, the best one is Yemenite etrog. Everything else, it's maybe etrog, maybe lemon. We don't know. But Yemenite, 100% for sure it's etrog. Why? The Yemenite farmers are so primitive, they don't know how to mix the etrog with lemon. So we know for sure it's etrog. Everywhere else in the world, they mix it with lemon. That it looks nicer and it's easier to grow. But in Yemen, it's like 2,000 years ago. You put etrog come. They don't know how to mix. You understand? That's why the Jews, all of them stay religious. Everywhere else they came, business, cars, chandeliers, Persian rug, Goyish music, started to marry the Goyim. What happened? 50 years later, the Holocaust started. Pogrom in Russia, Holocaust in Germany. People think, it's coincidence. No, nothing is coincidence. You know, today, the number one cancer by women is what? Breast cancer. 1 out of 8. 1 out of 8. Do you understand what we're talking here about? From every 100 women walking the street, 8 of them, chas v'chalila, will get breast cancer, and some of them will die from it if they don't catch it on the right time. Second cancer for women, the wound cancer. Third one, brain cancer. The 3 parts that the women make scenes with the men, the breast, the wound, and the head, cancer goes over there. It doesn't go to the hand, goes to the stomach sometimes, but very rarely. Goes to other parts of the body, yes. But the 3 parts that the scenes are done with, number 1 in cancer. The men, number 1 cancer, where? Prostate cancer. Number 2, brain cancer, tumors. Why? Coincidence? No, my friend. Hashem say, you want to live like an animal? I don't need you here. You want to be holy? I say in the Torah, you are my children, you have to be holy. Shabbat, modesty, everything that I say, you have to keep. You don't want to keep, I don't need you here. When the Jews came out of Egypt, how many came out? Do you know? 20%. What happened to the 80%? They all died in Egypt. How many? How many died in Egypt? Double than the Holocaust. 6 million died in Europe, 12 million died in Egypt. 12 million. And why? They didn't violate Shabbat. They didn't eat shrimps. They didn't steal. No. Only one problem there was. They didn't believe in Hashem. Hashem say, okay, now the bad time in Egypt is finished. Now you come after Moshe and you go to the desert and I will take you to the Holy Land. They say, no, please, Moshe, we had hard time. Few generations we were slaves. Let us relax. Finally, we got our home back. We got our green card back. We can go back to the market. We own our store. We go back to normal. Nobody would mess with us after what happened in Egypt. We can finally relax. Now you want us to go in the desert? Give us a year or two to relax. Leave us alone. We'll follow Hashem from here. They didn't say we want to violate Shabbat and eat non-kosher. All they did is they didn't believe in Hashem. Hashem said, you don't believe in me? I don't need you. What do I need you for? If you don't believe in me, I don't need you. This is what I say to each one of us. You don't believe in Hashem, He doesn't need you, chas v'chalila. You believe in Him, you talk to Him, you pray to Him, you listen to Him. Some people come to the shul. All year he makes scenes. One day, Yom Kippur, he comes to the shul, like this. He comes to the Aron Kodesh, like this. One guy came to my house. I have a shul in my house. Half an hour, he stand like this, kiss the parochet like this. So I come to him, I say, do you hear the screaming? He said, what screaming? I said, don't you hear the scream? So it's very quiet here. I say, the Torah is screaming, don't listen, don't kiss me, listen to me. Enough with it. A husband say to his wife, you know, I love you so much. Pah! Smack her like this. Moshe, you just say you love me. Shh, psh, another one, but I really love you. Next day he brings her a flower, 2 minutes later he kick her. Then another day he gives her a beautiful diamond, they throw her from the window to the street. She said, listen, do me a favor, keep your roses, keep your jewel, take your car, don't come home, I don't want your love. He said, why? But you don't believe me that I love you? How many times I have to tell you that I love you? This is what the Chilonim do. They come, they see the mezuzah. 2 minutes later, Christine, come, you want to marry me? Hashem said, not allowed. That's okay. Maybe her grandmother was Jewish in Russia. We're not sure. The Reform rabbi, how much rabbi? 10,000 we close on the deal? One guy came to the rabbi. So, Rabbi, I have to be a Kohen. How much is going to cost me? The rabbi said, I'm not Hashem. If you're either a Kohen or not a Kohen. He said, Rabbi, you know me and you and I know that under the table everything can be arranged. No? So the rabbi said, no, I cannot do it. Rabbi, okay, 10,000. Don't say no. How much? 15 will make you happy? So the rabbi said, okay, but why are you so anxious to be Kohen? He said, I tell you the truth, my father was Kohen, my grandfather was Kohen. I also want to be a Kohen. He didn't understand even what Kohen is. So everyone, Kohanim, they kiss their hands, Kohen. He wants to be Kohen, he wants to pay. When people don't know Torah, life is very difficult. Ignorance is the biggest enemy of a person. Most of the Jews are wicked, Reshaim, not because they bad people. Most of the Jews I meet, really nice people, good heart. You can see sometimes they have tears, they have feelings. You need help, they come to help. Be'emet, most of them. Yeah, there's always evil people in the world. Most of them are good people. So why they go against Hashem? Sometimes people say to me, you know, Rabbi is not religious, but he's a good man. You're not allowed to say it. If a person is good to everyone and is not good to his creator, to Hashem that gives him oxygen and money and health, how can you call him a good person? The opposite. If he's good to everyone and not good to Hashem, is worse than someone that is bad to everyone. Someone that is bad to everyone, that's his nature. Poor guy, he's an evil person. He doesn't like anyone and nobody likes him. But someone who is nice to everyone and he spit in Hashem's face is much worse than the other one. Because the other one is bad, this is his nature. But you, when you want, you can be a very nice person. So why are you nice to everyone and you don't appreciate what I did for you? I gave you a house. Who gave you the house? I gave you. Gave you money, gave you clothing, gave you a wife, gave you children, gave you a table, gave you a car, gave you everything you have, I give you. I take care of you, I save you, I make your whole system work in a body. And what do you do in the end? Can we save $10 on a meat? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's buy. Over here, you see, we see what the religious people, $10 a pound. Thieves! The rabbis, they like to steal. Why? Do you understand the difference between animal that they put with electric and they kill the animal to an animal that they slaughter and they clean and they put salt? You understand? It's 10 times more work here. And it's only 20-30% more in the price. Technically, it should have been 10 times more. You know how the goyim eat? When you eat non-kosher meat, you know what you eat? Let me tell you what you eat next time you really enjoy it. They have 500 cows. They stand on a floor that is made from metal. Metal. They take the voltage, 500 volt. 1 minute, all the cows die and they fall. Like this 3 days. One by one, they take sword, open it, take the skin off, cut the head off. But in the meantime, the cows is there 10 hours, 20 hours, like this, all day. So they put cold, it's in the refrigerator there, but they there. Now what happened in the meantime? The stomach of the cow is full of pee. All the pee that the cow goes is 5 liters. You can fill up a whole thing. And all the blood, everything stay in the body for 10, 20 hours. It marinates the meat. It's absorbed inside the meat. So the meat is very juicy. Very juicy with what? With the bathroom of the cow. You eat meat. Imagine your baby made, 2 years old baby made in a bucket. And you take the meat now that you want to do for Shabbos and you put inside your baby's pee for 10 hours overnight. And then you put it in a chulent. It's delicious. But if somebody know what you did to the meat, they vomit. When you go to a non-kosher restaurant, that's what you eat. That's why the meat is a little bit juicier. Why? They don't put salt right away. They don't slaughter and put salt. They leave all the liquid inside the cow for 20 hours. By the time you eat it, it's delicious, but it's poison. You understand? Why are we not allowed to eat pig? Do you know? Why? The goyim eat pig. The Russian loves pig. They eat pig for morning, for lunch, breakfast, every day. So why? Every animal we eat, it takes 4 hours to digest. One animal, it takes 24 hours to digest the pig. 24 hours in the stomach of a pig. Now the pig eats everything. You put the bathroom, you take from the bathroom everything, you put in front of the pig, he eats. You take the diapers of your baby, you put, the pigs eat. You take a dead rat, a dead dog, everything you put, the pigs eat. Everything. You put tablecloth, the pigs eat. Everything goes to the garbage, he eats everything. Everything, when they kill the pig, everything is in the stomach, all the germs, all the dirt for 24 hours because he didn't digest it yet. So it's the worst thing. It's very unhealthy. And Hashem said, don't touch this. It's a filthy animal. But they eat, they lick it. Oh, pork chops. They only knew what they eat. They vomit just by looking at that. However, the cow, the sheep, don't eat any garbage, only grass. Very vegetarian. No dead rat, no diapers, nothing. What the cow eats? Only grass, minerals, healthy, 100%. Did you ever think how a cow became so fat from grass? Where the fat comes from? They only eat grass. The deer, it's kosher. What the deer eat? Leaves. Leaves. No problem. Don't eat any germs, nothing whatsoever. That's why, and also Hashem say all the kosher animals, it's animals that are not murderers. The deer do not murder. The cow do not murder. The sheep do not murder. The giraffe is kosher, it does not murder. The bison is kosher, does not murder. Lion, tiger, all these animals, it's all murderers. We're not allowed to eat murderers. Same thing by the birds. There's 19 birds in the Parashat Shmini, they're all murderers. The murderers, not kosher. All the other ones, kosher. Hashem doesn't want us to be like them. You eat them, you become like them. So Hashem say, you eat only animals who surrender. And also when Hashem say to sacrifice in Bet HaMikdash animals, giraffe is kosher, but you're not allowed to sacrifice giraffe. Why? It will take 3 days to catch it, to bring it, to slaughter it. You need a ladder. You fall, the giraffe moves. You fall, you break your head. Hashem say, I know it's difficult. You don't need giraffe. Deer, you don't sacrifice. Why? It's very difficult to catch a deer. Hashem say, when I finally told you to do mitzvah, I gave you the easiest mitzvah. Cow and sheep. You don't need to run. You take it and you bring it to the Bet HaMikdash. Very easy. Everything else, you don't need to. Why? It's too difficult. If people would only learn the Torah, they'll be very amazed what they're losing. But they don't know. But Be'ezrat Hashem, Yeh Ratzon, and after the hour that I spoke here, and after you're going to view the DVD here, Be'ezrat Hashem, we will see improvement. Last time I spoke in your house, Mishael, few people woke up and they became Baruch Hashem Shomer Shabbat. Yeh Ratzon that this time will happen again. Mikveh, Shabbat, kosher, honesty and modesty. You do that, everything in your life slowly will fall into the right place. Thank you very much. Mazal tov.